Hi guys, welcome to our next stop in Spain, Valencia. And here we are at the incredible futuristic city of arts and sciences where you are absolutely immersed into a brave new world of science, art and discovery. It is totally amazing. It was on our way to the old part of town, Valencia, which was the old capital of the Kingdom of Valencia, is very, very rich in cultural attractions. You have the magnificent historic monuments, the Silk Exchange, the Marquis Palace, the Museum of Fine Arts. It's absolutely flabbergasting. But here we entered the 21st century with gusto. And at every corner of this ginormous park, I was going wow, 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 and wow again. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Why? I think it was this well-chosen mixture between the park on the outside of the whole thing that you can see here. Large trees, very inviting. The possibility to chill at each and every corner. You had benches where you could sit on, and then next to it you have the water, the arches, the bridges, the passageways. The architect is such a genius. I'm in awe. I'm in awe. And I'm asking myself every time, how are people capable of doing something like this? Me not being the hugest fan of modern architecture, but when it's done like this, I say respect. This is something totally incredible. And here you're going to see a very nice gentleman. The Spanish are so polite, friendly and helpful. He was cleaning the sidewalks, and he saw that Wumi was incredibly thirsty, and he gave her water. He took care of the recipient. He gave her water, asked lots of questions about her. And with my, excuse my French, shitty Spanish, I tried to give him all the answers he was looking for. Very charming guy, wonderful. And during our whole trip, we just met people like that. Not one exception to the rule. Quite frankly, the Spanish are great people. Sorry again for the quality of the videos. In the meantime, I have bought an iPhone 14 Pro Max. You're going to say, well, Torsten, a fool with a tool is still a fool. Yes, you're right, but I'm also taking classes to get the right perspective and everything. But because I very well know what you have seen so far and what you're going to see about Spain is more a document, a report of what I find interesting. Parking spaces around this science center, are difficult to find, even in November. Be aware of that. It's quite far from the old town. So either you commute with a bus, that is possible, or you take your e-bike, but parking is quite a difficult thing. Also in the old historic part of the town, we managed afterwards, but it was quite some driving around, cruising, before we found a nice place to put our RV. Our guideline is always do not be a hassle to the locals. Do not take their parking spaces, whether you stay just for your short or a little bit longer visit to town. And then everything is just right. So here you got that concept. It's about arches. It's that specific form. It could be like a strange thing out of the sea. It invited me to ask many questions about what was his idea behind each and every building and aspect. That is something I like when you start to think. Someone invites you through architecture to go like, what was the intention? It doesn't have to be too obvious always. And again, that mixture between water, you have water spaces regularly everywhere, which is breaking down the concrete in a very charming way. And people also went on the water in boats, not their own. I think you can pay a little sum of money and then cruise around on the water. That is something that we cannot do because Romy is a great lover of the sea, but she doesn't love to go on boats really. So that is something we didn't do. But you could do it down there. I'm asking myself how might it be in the middle of summer. That must be quite interesting. Here we already had some people around. There must be people all over the year, without any doubt, because it's an unbelievable attraction, a must-see in my eyes. And everywhere around that science park, the city is alive. School classes on excursions, doing plays, doing things in the parks of the science park as such, and that is very charming. So it's not dead. Because when being there, I also asked myself the question about that utopian city in Brazil, Brasilia I think it's called. If an artificial city like that would be something dead, rather uninteresting. So here it's not the case. People are chilling. People are taking in the atmosphere, which says make yourself comfortable. Just take a look at the whole thing, or go inside and take a look at the expositions and all the stuff going on in there. If I got it right with my miserably bad French. There is not only something about science to see, but there are also cultural events taking place. You have a restaurant where you could take a break. There are some food stands, like street food, which I didn't find too inviting. That was an exception to the whole thing, and I was looking forward to the old town and a real good coffee, a café con leche at the old town. As always, Danielle was speeding up. She's taking in everything at the double speed. I'm quite slow at taking things in. She isn't. And I followed her with my camera, with my iPhone 1 SE. Fabulous device. I paid just like 60 or 70 euros for it. And it was with me for quite some time, so it was a good thing. And water, again, clear water. Very, very nice, bluish color of the basin. I guess when people come here in July or August, they feel like, oh, I want to jump into the thing and take a real swim. And here you can see parts of a program that was going on when we visited the City of Arts and Sciences. And yes, there we are. And as you can see,